again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll buy some time right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Vick now, after the fumble recovery, sliding out of the pocket. And he's got Shockey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, 53 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick, rush coming, and he's taken down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Complete on the crosser to Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Elliott running right. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Michael Vick. Completes it to Hardman. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Vick to throw on 4th down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Adam Troutman, a 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Vick will look to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing, Vick. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Vick with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's Vick. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in. Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Vic Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Fields. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Fields. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the defense will get their hands on it going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Vic on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. Gets around him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning.
2nd down and 8.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
A fairly short kick.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields. Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Escaping the
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Vick's throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Despite the late lead, Vick's going to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Lynch.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. They'll try the middle with Lynch.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Lynch. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We're scoreless after 1. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They go up the middle with Lynch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They try again with Lynch, and he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
4th down now after a loss of 2.
York able to send this one through.
And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
First down, Vick.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, Vick.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Lavonte David.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Jackson on first down.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Jackson now. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The first down screen pass, good for 5. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
York able to send this one through.
And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Vick now. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Touchdown! Jeremy Shockey from 6 yards away. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. That time a 9-play drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down 14-6, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Jackson. He's got Landry.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now Jackson.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this.
He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Jackson.
Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Jackson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Night Train Lane. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only...
Hello again, everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep, 2-time Pro Bowler Dante Hall. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Vick. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll try and run for it.
He's got the 1st down and more than that. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Vick. Out to his left. And Shark calls it in. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now Herbert, and his pass incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Under pressure, they got him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And he's got Shockey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Vick operating on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Vick with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Dante Hall from 8 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Vick to throw it. Flushed out right.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Vic readies to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Vic. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now here's Vic. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jeremy Shockey from 3 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An inside run with Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Vic on 3rd and 2. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the Falcons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On fourth down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
On the slant, this is Chark.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here now come the Falcons.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side.